All right, Victoria, look at that. Ready? We call this speed reading, guys.
Speed reading. I don't think you can read that quick. What do they say? Put it under your pillow and sleep on it.
Yeah, I did that as a kid, and for some reason I know all sorts of things. My mom, when I was a little boy, Richard, my mom would punish me, and she would say, go to your room. And in my room was the World Book Encyclopedia, all 26 volumes or something like that. And I would take them out and read them. Yes. And then I would sleep with them under my pillow because I read about this guy named Edgar Cayce who did that.
That's right? It was Edgar Cayce. So was Edgar Cayce, was he the guy, was he the Findhorn guy?
No.
Who was the Findhorn guy?
Somebody different. It's irrelevant to the story.
All right, sorry.
So,
yes.
Edgar Cayce. So, every night I'd go to bed with a World Book Encyclopedia under my pillow. And for some reason, I know lots of stuff. Right? Now, I'm not blaming my pillow or the book.
Downtown.
But
Brown.
Anyway,
Kim Heaps.
Look at this, guys. Ready?
Yes.
Okay. This is what we're going to be talking from today. The Neville Goddard Feel It Real Prosperity Pack. Right? Look at that. Look at this.
Hiya,
it's
Barbara.
like
Hiya, Alice.
200 pages. Right?
200, is it?
It's actually like 202 or 4 or something. But
that's cool.
I stopped counting, right? Because I was too lazy to put
just
numbers on all the damn things.
Type.
Here's the amount. By the way, we'll get to the show. I'm just
hi Karen
loving
and
this
Kirsten.
Stuff. So
thanks, Pauline.
this is the amount that I wrote, right? There's like 59 official lessons, actually 60, but we were
That's
sneaky.
The amount that you wrote.
Yep, and this is the amount that Neville spoke. It's like, God, there's lots of good stuff in here.
Oh, there, his actual lectures.
Yeah, we put hand-selected lectures in there.
Oh, very cool.
So it doesn't look like Victoria's seen it before.
Well, I hear so much from you on a day-to-day basis.
See, but these are the ones that we used for the lessons.
Yes.
So this is something different, Bill. This is the Prosperity Pack. Look at all that. I mean, like
Joe's got an attitude, money. Joe without an E.
Yeah, Joe. There's the 60th lesson that we snuck in first. Kari is here.
Yeah.
Your auntie's here, Emmett.
Oh.
And you'll never guess who you're going to see at the dog park today. It's going to be a good day for Emmett. That's all I'm going to say.
Yasmin Mom.
So, shall we dive in?
Yeah.
All right. I think Victoria's been saying hi to people.
Yeah.
I've just been fascinated by the book.
Through the net.
Look at that. It's been printed in the United States of America and Australia. Look at that.
So what? You printed the first half in Australia and the second half in America?
No.
Okay. Hiya, Barbara.
All right.
You need to print out your courses. Yeah, they're great when they're printed out and you can underline and highlight and make notes.
See, I just love this stuff. By the way, so
Bill Perry, thanks.
Yeah, so
Bill.
you see the little bits that I wrote. There's a recording that goes with every one of those, right? Just for fun. Yeah. So it's written, recording, all that stuff. There's this stuff called space, the final frontier.
Space.
At the bottom of every page, you have the opportunity to write down things that will make a difference in your life. Anyway.
Okay.
FreeNeville.com.
So for today's lesson, or was that it? Was it?
No, I don't know. I'm just crazy about this morning. Yes. Because I had to go crazy last Friday to get it, but that was part of a state.
Yes, it was.
So,
all right.
Today we're going to talk about this is 305er Victoria and Bruce. All right. We're going to play with the ball later, Bruce.
Later.
So, 305er, and this is Neville, or not Neville, the other one. Victor Goddard's Manifesting Money Secret bit.
The other one.
All right, Bruce, we're going to play with it later. We can't play right now.
No.
Right. So, here, give it to me. Okay. We can do the show.
All right. Sorry.
All right. So, we've got a Neville Goddard quote. We've got a lesson from the Prosperity Pack.
Yes.
It's How to Feel It for Money Part 7 on FreeNeville.com. It is taken from...
Still listening?
Lesson in... Still Listening is what it's called. And it's lesson 4 of 59.
Still listening.
Still
like,
listening.
Are you still listening or being still listening? Yeah, nice. Yeah.
Good stuff.
Cool.
All right. So, Victoria.
Yes.
Shall we do the Neville Goddard quote first?
Yes, we shall.
Would you like to do half or both? Or
I'll do some. No. Well, is it when that man died?
Yep.
Who left my brother in cash $150,000, 3 homes, many personal possessions. No, today this would amount to millions. He said, "You are my best friend. You advised me how to invest and what to do, and I leave to you now $150,000 in cash. Tax exempt." No taxes to pay on it.
Well, get how cool this is. This is the old days, guys. Right?
Yes.
This isn't like 150 grand is worth nothing today.
Yeah.
So, Neville says, and from that little beginning with borrowed capital, by the way, this is going back in the story a bit. The Goddard family had a little store, basically. Long story short, they were screwed on a side street, making no money. And every day, Victor stood in front of the building for 2 years, right? Imagining owning this building. And then a man out of the blue noticed the family, noticed Victor Goddard, and came to Victor and Joseph and said something.
Yes.
And this is how it started. From that little beginning with borrowed capital, it grew and grew and expanded from one island to the other island, to another island, to another island. It's all over the islands now. Not one person, not the immediate family, owns one share in the business. And it's still growing in spite of the depression. Okay, and here's the focal point of today's lesson. Ready? He doesn't listen to any arguments about depressions and recessions and whatnot. He is simply growing. Would you believe, right? I graduated from high school back in 1984, right? It was a good year, right? You know, Apple, computer, all that good stuff, right? The
84,
book.
Apple, I didn't even consider that then.
Yeah,
It was like games and stuff, wasn't it?
oh, yeah,
Right
absolutely.
in the beginning.
Yeah. I used to hack the games. You could hide control characters in places that were interesting. So, back in the old days, Bill Perry.
Bill Perry, yes, he is here, and he's been great. He's been posting the links.
I don't know what he's posting, but he's posting good stuff.
Yeah, hopefully. Watch this on YouTube. Could be anything.
So here's the cool thing. Ready?
Yeah.
Listen to this. In spite of the depression, he doesn't listen to any arguments about depressions, recessions, and whatnot. He's simply growing. Since 1984, you know what I've heard? We are doomed.
Yes.
Right? Doomed.
Oh my God.
Right? It's going to collapse. It's going to get bad. Well, guess what? There have been people since 1984, and I can verify this, that have made money, and there are people that have lived under bridges. And you've got a choice, right?
Yeah.
You know, what are you listening to? By the way, it says here, listen to no arguments. Okay? Listen to what you choose. In easymanifestingmethods.com.
Yes, crash commercial message.
I believe, free course, right? Go sign up for it. One of the lessons we share in there is listening. It's not about walking around saying, I am rich, I am rich, I am rich. My business is growing, it's growing, it's growing. We talked about this, I think, yesterday, the day before. Notice, Victor doesn't listen to any arguments about depressions and recessions. He is simply growing. Okay, that tells me some things. He's probably revising what he's physically hearing. He's probably not participating in, let's sit around and talk gloom and doom. Want to come over for a beer?
Yeah.
I'll give you a beer so you have to listen to me talk about gloom and doom. How about that?
Oh, that's fun.
Right? Cool.
Wouldn't it be?
That sucks.
Yeah.
On the other hand, growing and growing. I love ongoing emergence. What I imagine is growth, constantly. And what happens in our life is growth, constantly. It's something that literally, it's so easy to live inside. So, Matthew says, well, I remember hearing all that. We cast our reasonings and imaginings and set themselves against the mind of God. Not sure what all that means. I'm sorry. Sometimes I get it when I read it. Sometimes I read it and I go, yep, that was a bunch of words, so it didn't hit it for me. So sorry, pal. Cast out, not cast or. Here's what's cool, right? What are you listening to? What you hear is what God hears. And if you're walking around hearing shit in your head, okay? If you're passively, I love this. Ready? One more time. He doesn't listen to any arguments about depressions and recessions and whatnot. If you stand around and passively listen to something, you know what you're going to be repeating all day long, passively, inside your mind?
Yeah.
What you hear is what God hears.
Yeah.
If you want to keep hearing that, listen to it.
Hear the war.
Okay?
Yeah.
It ain't going to get you nowhere.
Yeah.
So, yeah, against implies separateness. Yeah, there's nothing to fight against. Okay. I said the S-bomb, Joe. That is right.
He's our lookout.
So, Victoria?
Yes.
You talk for a while. I'm going to read from the Neville Goddard Prosperity
Well,
Book.
I noticed there's been lots of talking about drinking wine now, drinking wine later, drinking coffee now, drinking coffee later.
Really?
I'll drink wine. Well, I think wine time is just about any time.
Yeah, it's 8 o'clock in the morning. But anyway,
No,
look at this.
I wouldn't have it now. I don't like it.
Look at this. Here it is. Here's lesson 4 in the Prosperity Back Handbook. Look at that. Space. The final frontier.
But that's for your notes.
I know. I love notes. Yes. I get the biggest kick out of this. This is the first time I've had this one bound.
Yeah.
All right? Yeah, I've printed it out, lost half the pages, that kind of thing. But we decided to spend a couple bucks and do this. So,
This
boom.
fits what I've been thinking all day. Excellent, Matthew.
Joe says, I walked away from someone's conversation the other week. I said, stop. She was shocked. No thanks. I said, you know what's cool? I get that people don't know how to talk about anything else other than gloom and doom or the news, right?
Yeah,
So I'll ask them, I'll say, listen, stop, not interested, right? What are you passionate about? What do you want to do? What do you want to have different in your life? Do I do this?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, I do,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. I walk away from people, right? Yeah, I do revise if I stay. Okay, I walk away from people. I interrogate them. I'm a trained police interrogator. That's how I got my start at NLP, interview and interrogation. Okay? I'm serious, guys.
Yes.
And so they'll start, and I'll say, listen, right, do you really want to repeat that story one more time?
Yeah.
Okay, boom.
Yep.
All right, Victoria,
Yes.
how about your turn?
Oh, Emmett was just a little bit sick then.
Oh, Bobby.
He was bad yesterday.
Yeah, he
so-
had a rough little night.
Yeah,
so,
it was weird.
it's-
Okay,
I do.
people feel guilty about saying things are good. Do they?
I find that fascinating. One of the things, we've talked about this somewhere, I don't know where, but no, I think it was in the easymanifestingmethods.com course, right?
Yeah.
I had to get okay with doing what I love while making money and not going to work 8 hours a day. Because almost everybody I know hates their jobs, doesn't make enough money, has somebody to bitch about called the boss, right? I don't, right? Neither does she.
No.
Right? If I complain about the boss, I got to go look in the mirror, right? That guy's a knucklehead,
Yeah,
right?
actually, it's interesting what Matthew said about how some people feel guilty about saying that. But, like, especially my mother, if she goes, oh, how are you today? It's like, oh, great. It's great. Why?
Why?
Why is it great?
How is that possible?
It's like, oh, God.
Yeah. We get to play where we haven't been comfortable before. Okay? Seriously, talk about good fun. I don't feel guilty that I don't drive a car an hour away and sit in traffic and then get
Go
together
to a
with
job
my
I hate.
friends in the evening and say, we're destroying the earth. We should do something different. Cool. What if you did something that you loved while making money from home and you didn't have to drive anywhere but the dog park?
Yeah.
Oh, never mind. That's not possible.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
Kim says
gets that
something.
as well.
I missed you. Barbara Brown says, love listening to this.
that.
Yeah. This is reality, guys. Because reality doesn't have to be what the mass consensus is, right? Gloom and doom. Again, since 1984, that's when I started clocking it, because I graduated from high school, and they said, you're all screwed. And I said, well, I'm not going to college then. I'll go to the police academy and change lives. So
someone just said, should you instantly revise when someone's doing this doom and gloom stuff? Or should you just say F-bomb? So I don't know if it was Joe. F-bomb and
That's
walk
probably
away.
Joe.
It's
Ooh.
like,
yeah, what are you drawn to do?
yeah.
I do both. I mean, like, seriously, we were just talking this morning.
Yeah.
There was a person at the dog park that I consistently walked away from because I'd imagine lovingly. I'd continue to imagine lovingly. I'd say, I don't want to hear about this. Talk to me about this. And they'd refuse to. And I'd say, all right, see ya.
Yeah.
Right? I turn around and walk away. It worked. By the way, and I still imagine lovingly for them. Here's the thing. If you let someone repeat their crap story one more time, guess what? They have to experience it to tell you this. You may get to experience by passively listening to it.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Or if you just walk away from them and let them walk up to somebody else.
You're
say,
actually giving to them because you're not allowing them to experience all the crap one more time.
You betcha.
Yeah.
So here's my three-prong. I wasn't going to share this today, but here's my three-prong. Ready?
Yeah.
First of all, okay,
Yes.
they start, and of
Yes.
course I'll revise. I'm like, I'm listening to what they're saying, and I'm changing it, right?
Yes.
Now, if they continue physically doing that, I'll say, hold on, listen, let's talk about something cool. What are you passionate about? What do you want to do? What do you would like to have different in your life? Let's talk. That's what would imply that you have that already, right? Yeah, I will talk to people like this, right? If they refuse to do that, I will walk away. But usually I'll say something, my parting comment will be something like, look, if you tell yourself that story again, you get to live it again, right? Do you really want to do that or not, right? So I've got my three-pronged thing, right? Boom, boom, boom. And it tends to work very, very well because I imagine lovingly. I'm physically congruent with that because my state says teach them and feel free to walk away as well. It's not rude, right? But I notice when I walk away from people, they stop and think. And I want them to stop and think. Do they really want to repeat that story? Because I don't want them to, right? I'm a little bit passionate about this because I know it works. So do you want to repeat the story? So, keep that in mind. So there's my three-prong. Which one is the best? I find all three,
Yes.
right?
Bill,
I accept Visa,
Peter.
MasterCard, American Express, PayPal, right? And I say that seriously because I knew business people back in the States that only took cash. And a lot of people don't want to pay cash. They want to pay card. So the more payment methods you take, the more you can make. You get it? The more approaches that I have, I imagine lovingly.
Yes.
I do redirect them, and I do walk away and give them something to think about. You get it? It's actually a 4-prong.
Yeah.
But I like 3s. I just find 3s fun. Why watch R-rated? Why watch D-rated? D-rated?
movies.
What's D-rated?
Well, probably, I don't know.
All right,
Just
Bruce.
poorly, not an A rated, not a class 1, but like
All right.
a D rated would be like the bottom of the bottom.
Yeah.
Maybe?
Simpsons.
Yes.
I found myself resisting the stories of complaining. I will start imagining lovingly. Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. I revise on the spot. Seriously.
Yeah.
It's up to you. Here's the thing. Most people think that they're passive. Okay, I will listen to it. Oh, you poor dear. You just curse them. Okay? If you believe this works, and you ever go, that poor person, you just screwed them. Oh, I feel so bad for you.
Yes.
You screwed them. Okay? Bend them over, do something naughty. You might as well. Because you just did.
Right.
On the other hand,
Yes.
imagine lovingly, on the spot, revise, stop them, ask them a few questions, tell them to shut up, walk away with a parting remark. That might be a 5-pronger. Somebody let me know. So seriously, somebody take notes. Is it a 3, 4, or 5-pronger? The person who gets it right gets it right. And excellent.
Good one, Julie. Yeah, talk about it today, especially with friends. Lovely.
Yay. You know what's great fun? Play this show in front of somebody that needs it.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah, so then
think
you
about
don't
that,
have
right?
to-
Hey, you know what? You need to watch this one, Vic Latoya.
Oh, you really need it.
Yeah, they did this one and I thought of you.
Yeah.
Oh my God, you can have such fun.
Yeah. I know that the more I prune my own vines, complainers are not in my life. Yep.
Now,
Karen,
isn't that
That's
cool?
sweet. Yes.
By the way, they're going to show up as long as you got it in here, right?
Yes.
It's only reflecting what's in here,
Yeah.
right? So as long as you're going, oh my God, gloom and doom, gloom and doom, gloom and doom, right?
Yeah.
Anytime I bought into it, I got it. The bank account did this. Anytime I bought into this, it did this.
Very cool.
So-
Hey, Mum, watch this. Says yes. Yeah.
Hey, Mum, watch this. Oh.
Well, I can't say that to my mum
Tell you what.
because I mentioned my mum in it.
So-
We'll have
so-
to redo it without that little bit.
Some people were born with a silver spoon, Yasmin.
Yeah.
Some people know what that means.
Yep. Some of
It's
us
funny
do.
the things you can say.
Thank you, Barbara, for sharing our show.
Hey, we got a
That's
share. We got
ace.
2 shares. Cool, guys. Thank you.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Victoria, anything you want to add in before we go to the DOG Park?
DOGPARK to meet
I tell you what, I got
someone
one more thing.
special. What?
So last night, Brucey got me up at like 12:30 or so. Right?
Oh, yes.
For God's sake. Right? So we come outside, and I walk around in the garden with him, and he does his thing, right? We come in, and I lay there, right? And I start noticing something. There's a difference between the way 5 people watching this show feels and 50 people watching this show feels. And there's a difference between 50 and 500. And there's a difference between 50, 500, and 1,000.
5,000 would be.
5,000. Yes, thank you. Right?
Yes.
Now, but get this. I'm not talking about manifesting a number, it'd be cool. I'm talking, I notice there's a difference between the way 5, 50, 500, and 5,000 feel. It's an airplane, pal. Cool. Good on you.
Yeah.
He barks at him every night.
Every night.
All right. So, Victoria, read some
Yeah.
comments out of people. I'll bring Bruce or Emmett on the show. Come on.
Pauline Brown downtown says, great to catch a live one. Thanks, guys. Yeah, what time is it over there, Pauline? It must be really late. Yes, and Yaz says she's still got that spoon too. She hasn't given him it back yet.
Good Lord, there's a helicopter up there as well as an airplane.
I agree, Pauline.
1, 2, 3.
I usually watch in the morning. Oh.
Downtown.
There
with
he is.
Pauline Brown and
There
Barbara
he
Brown.
is.
Cool.
Okay.
Karen has shared the show as well.
Oh,
Thank
thanks,
you. Love
Karen and Barbara and whoever the other
you.
one person
11:15 in
was.
the evening.
Oh,
11:15 in the evening.
Well, 20 and I would be well and truly asleep by then.
Yeah, right.
We wouldn't be doing that.
Yeah, otherwise I
Thank
can't
you
get up
for
at
doing
4:30.
Yeah, because we get up very early, don't we, Bubs?
All right.
Okay, well, we're
11:19.
going to go
Wow.
11:19,
Yeah,
says
it's
Heidi.
like 5 minutes. I tell you, the time in the
You're
UK
4
sure is
minutes.
flexible.
Yeah,
I love you.
apart.
I love you.
Okay. All right, we're going to go to the dog park.
We're going to the dog park. We're going to see someone special. All right.
Made his shirt very dirty then, didn't ya?
All righty. So, for the Neville Goddard Prosperity Pack, go to freeneville.com. You'll see the How to Feel It Will for Money series. Go there, have fun. And you can print this out. I mean, it costs a couple bucks, but you can read it for free on your device or whatever. Print it out yourself. But look how cool it is. That's called leatherette binding.
Leatherette. Pretend leather.
I tell you what, I used to have an outfit that was leatherette. Yeah, leatherette.
Hey, you're cool, Bubba.
I was the cool kid back in the Catholic school with my leatherette outfit. So.
West Virginia time, please.
West Virginia time, please.
What
Bob.
is the time in West Virginia?
You know, so I send out, right? So the emails get screwed up for the easymanifestingmethods.com.
Yes.
And I send out, hey, here's all 7, just do 1 a day.
Yes.
I send that out yesterday.
Yes, we noticed something, Bob.
And I noticed some people did all 7 lessons.
Yes.
Bob.
Some people don't follow the rules.
So just wanted to give you a shout out, buddy, since you can have brisket and we can't.
Cool, Bill. Thanks for posting up that link.
All righty. Thanks, Bill.
And we will see you all Monday.
Our Monday, your Sunday if you're in the U.S. And if you're in West Virginia, we have no idea what day. Bob said sorry.
Oh, you don't have to
I
be
saw
sorry.
that. Seriously, I saw you bounced in. It's like, I got a poke at you. So there we go.
Yeah,
I got to give you a special assignment for Ryan Dice, by the way. So.
For Ryan Dice.
Yeah, we're gonna send him. We're gonna
want to see one.
Yeah, we're so.
Okay,
all right,
we'll enjoy our weekend.
You
guys too. And we'll see you Monday.
I'm watching everything.
See us.
Where do we want to send them? Oh yeah, freeneville.com.
Oh yes.
Prosperity Pack.
Oh sorry.
Go there.
Most important bit.
Yes, that's right.
Before you leave, what was your best bit?
Oh my God, what was your best bit?
What did you learn?
What'd you learn?
What'd you learn about you?
What'd you learn about you?
Yes. And for refunds, go to feelitrealfun.com.
That's right.
Okay.
Love you guys.
Love you. See ya.